Kate Hudson, Hugh Jackman are both with us. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Morning, Mike.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Kate, but you two didn't know each other before this project.
Not really. We had met a couple times, but we didn't really know each other. No.
What's then the creative risk of putting two people together in the role you two have if you don't know each other well?
I will let Hugh answer this because I said it
Well,
to Hugh.
yeah, on day one, Kate said to me, if we don't work, this movie doesn't work. And and she was right. But I had a lot of confidence because it was Michelle, my friend, who said, "Are you watching CBS Sunday?" And I said, "Kate, Hudson is has done an album, and there's a great story about her, and she should play Claire." And I went and I was like, as soon as she said, I was like, "Yeah." And then I turned it on and I watched it. And I'm like, I could just see it. And we'd actually met, we'd done like a reading of something. So we'd met a little bit along the way, but I had a sense. So I had a strong sense that it was going to be great, but I didn't know it was going to be this great or this easy, Mike, if I'm honest. You never know.
Kate, when it clicked for you, how did you know? What happened? Is it sort of instant in that sense, creatively speaking?
I mean, yes, but I have to say, I mean, I don't want this to sound reductive because it wasn't, but when we kissed, I have to say, it's like we'd been kissing each other for years. It was the easiest kiss and kissing the whole it was like he was my husband. But I think part of that started when we, started to get to know each other. My thing with him, which was really important to me, is like, we have to I also wanted Hugh. I didn't know Hugh. So I was like, I'm very tactile and I want to get to know you. And if I ever weird you out, just let me know. Found out that we're very similar, connective people and very open. We found each other at a really, really like transitional time in our lives spiritually. And I think it just opened us up to each other. And it was like, I know this sounds silly a little bit, but it's like the universe just sort of put us exactly
Yep.
where we were supposed to be. And we felt that immediately.
Beautifully said. Although I might just remind you of we were doing a scene and it started to snow and it was freezing. And it wasn't snowing on the wide shot or on my close up, and then it started to snow. So we filmed it so beautiful. We went back and shot my side. So we're out in the cold quite a long time. And when you get cold and your nose starts to run. So I just remember after one of the kisses, this was Kate's face. I'm
It
like,
was.
was my nose running? She goes, and we had three more takes,
He
and
was
that was
like, "You'll never look at me the same again." And I went, "You're right. I
when
won't."
when you're going in for a kiss and it's on camera, but the woman's doing this, doesn't do a lot for your confidence, Mike.
No, indeed not. Somebody, Hugh, I read, said this is probably your most ambitious role. Do you see it that way?
In many ways, I do. I think it combines a lot of different things that I do, but in many ways, it was asking things of me that I hadn't done before. And so it was suited to me. I don't know about you, Kate, if you feel the same. I always want to feel a little bit of I don't know if I can pull this off. Like it's not like I want something like I go, I know exactly how to do this. I want to dive into unknown waters a little bit. And I think what's different about me now is I'm more comfortable with not knowing how it's going to turn out. Each scene, each day, or the movie, and
Yeah.
going along for that ride. And then for me, back to your question, when did I know? It was when I could communicate being vulnerable. I'm not sure if I don't know how to do this. And I could say it with my acting partner, with it was my colleague. And I could just say the thing that I would normally have kept to myself.
Yeah.
Ambitious for you, Kate?
Oh, always. I mean, it's like saying to a ball player, like, do you want to play in the major leagues or not? You dedicate your whole life to something. What are the things and who do you want to be playing with? And what are the things it's like, no, I want the 96 mile per hour, fastball. Um, it's scary, but I want in it. And I think that's what always it gets exciting about these things. And for me, those opportunities don't come often, and to be honest, they don't make movies like this very often. So I'm so grateful, and work. I love hard work, and I like work that gives me a little of the, you know, the butterflies, and then you know, and then also it's like, then when you're in it and you're sort of, leaning in, you're just, the commitment to it and sort of like having to let go and being uninhibited is a very liberating feeling. And so yeah, definitely enjoy the ambition and the fears and, the butterflies and all that.
Hugh, the line about the movies is interesting. I was going to ask about that anyway. Mr. Wolverine. I mean, that's modern movie making, isn't it? It's big picture, it's big budget, it's whatever. What you've done here is almost like movies of the olden days.
Yeah, it does feel like that. And both Kate and I have been at screenings with some people. I don't want to name them without their permission, but people, big wigs in our business, and they're like, this is the movies we need. These are the movies we used to make all the time. This is and it does have that feeling. And it's funny, there is a line in the movie about nostalgia. There is something nostalgic about it. It's an everyday couple. It's about some battlers, and
Mm.
seems like an ordinary story, but it's actually so extraordinary within that. And I have to tell you, Mike, everybody turned the movie down. 13 no's straight off.
No way.
Yeah, 13 out of 13. Actually, our producer, John Davis, has done 117 movies. This is his number 117, and he called in a favor. He just rang Peter Kramer from Universal and said, "You need to do me a favor." He goes, "What is it, John?" He goes, "You're going to make this movie." And he goes, "I haven't read it." He goes, "Just say yes." And he goes, "Okay." And that's how the movie got made.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Kate, is it fair to suggest if you just looked at the plot, because obviously it's the movie made from the documentary made from real life. If you looked at the plot on a piece of paper and all that is in it with these two people in real life, you would have rejected it because, or at least you would have said, "Can you tone down some of this weird stuff
Yeah,
because it's not real."
you can't write it. Like, what are you doing? This can't be real. Like, you gotta, let's edit. Um, yeah, and boy, is it real. Every step of the way. I mean, what a wild, fascinating, crazy life Mike and Claire lived. And even the line, lightning can strike twice, it's that, the fact that they lived through all of that is just pretty remarkable. um and makes for a great story,
Mm.
and I think that Craig honored them so wonderfully by walking such a great line of never getting too far down that you can't get out. And there's just, he walks this sort of like line of inspiration throughout the whole movie. And I think, the one thing, and I know he's watching, but like, if Mike could see this movie, I mean, it would just, I feel like I can see his face watching it.
Not only
It's
that,
awesome.
I have a weird feeling. This is my feeling that Mike, the reason the movie is happening is Mike.
Yeah.
Mike's that determination. Like the never say no. I don't care if 13 studios have turned it down. This movie's happening and it's
Yeah.
happened. Like it's sort
His,
of
his
beautiful.
dedication to his music, his art, to Neil, to Claire, to the kids, taking on those
Yeah.
kids. It's like he he was so dedicated. So yeah, I agree with Hugh. It's like
I,
this idea that he is the reason why this movie happened would
I
make a
just
lot of sense.
I just remembered.
Well,
I just remembered
look,
Mike. Sorry, I haven't shown anyone this. But Claire gave me this on the last day
Oh,
of meeting. And that's
no way.
Mike's actual hat from when he went to see Neil Diamond. Like,
Far
oh,
out.
isn't that
that's the
cool?
best.
Yeah,
That's
that's
incredible.
with me.
Well, they, from what I'm reading, there's Oscar buzz about all of this as well. So, listen, thank you so much for talking to us. Great to catch up with you, and good luck with it all.